Welcome to a GCN training session. Today you're with Hank, and we've also got an illustrious group of guests that are joining us for today's session. Now we've got an easy warm-up of around 3 minutes. It's a 40-minute session, and the session is named How to Drop Ollie, which basically means if you do this workout and you put some hard work in, the next time you go and ride with Ollie, you'll probably be able to drop it. Yeah, so good luck with that one. Anyway, it's a good one. It's got some ramp-up efforts that culminate in a hard kind of max sprint, which isn't going to be enjoyable, but trust me, you'll reap the rewards after it. So make sure you get this good warm-up in. If you need a bit of extra time, then pause the video, get a good warm-up in, get blood going, get the heat in the legs before you press play again, because I know it's quite short. Now we have got a slight warm-up or a slight ramp-up going into the session, so when we hit those max efforts, you should be well warmed up. Before we get going properly, make sure you get some water on board, you got a towel, your bike's in good order, it's fixed to the turbo trainer. The last thing you want to do is do a max effort and your bike fly off the turbo. No one needs that. Anyway, we've got 45 seconds. We're looking at an RPM of around 90. So if you look on your screen, you've got your RPM there, you've got the perceived effort level on the screen too. So that is perceived effort of 1 where you can see now, and then it goes all the way up to 10. And in the red, that's basically max effort. So if you see red on the screen, you want to be going full gas. Anything in between the green and the yellow, that's between intermediate and easy. The RPM is obviously your cadence, so that is your cadence. Have a look at that for a guide, but do kind of what feels best too. And then in the middle there, you've got the timer, so that'll count you down into each specific effort. So as you see now, we're going from 1, and then we've got 1 minute now, so we're going to start to kind of build up the RPM a little bit, maybe engage another gear. Now while we're doing that, I'll introduce you to our guests. We're starting off at the back. At the back we've got Kate there. Kate's joined us before. She's enjoyed our hard turbo sessions. And she's joined there at the back with Laura too, who's new with us at GCN, but she's looking forward to getting stuck in to a hard session. At the front we've got Manny Arthur, who's actually taken some of the training sessions here on GCN Training. And if you haven't checked them out, make sure you do so. I've got to say, if anyone needs motivation, he's the one to give it to you. And then also at the front, we've got our very own Manon Lloyd. Now, Manon's assured me that she's hidden, so I can't give her too much stick if she's not putting out the proper effort. So make sure you keep an eye on her, make sure she's putting out some good amount of wattage. We're here to train, and there's no pain, no gain, as it were. Right, we've got another minute now before we go into our slight ramp-ups. Build up your cadence. I'll try and keep you motivated as we go through the session. Warm-ups are so important, not only for injury prevention, but also just to get the maximum out of the session. So sit back into the saddle, drive the heel down, find a nice comfortable position on the bike, and just kind of relax into what's going to be, I'm not going to say it again, but you obviously know it's going to be a tough session. I mean, here we are in the pain cave. 20 seconds now. Your heart rate should be rising. Just to give you an idea, my heart rate is sitting at 120, but everything is very personal. So as you can see, my heart rate's risen from my resting heart rate all the way up to over 100. My wattage is sitting around 130. Nothing too drastic. So on the screen there, you see perceived effort of 3. So let's add one more gear. So if you're using generic gears on the back, maybe stick it into another slightly bigger gear. You can still stay in the small ring if you want to. But if you're on a spinning bike or any other bike in the indoor trainer, just create a little bit more resistance to kind of make you put in that bit more effort and just make your body warm up properly. Right, start to dig in now. Are we all feeling good? Yeah, I'm getting nods all around. I can just see Manon, she's smiling luckily. Right, 10 seconds now. Now I hope you guys have been enjoying the GCN training channel. If you haven't, then make sure at the end of this you subscribe because that way you'll get a whole host of other training sessions, from hard sessions to recovery sessions to FTP sessions and everything in between. And also some science, whether that's learning about nutrition, stretching, strength training, or just the science of it all. That's the place to go. Right, 10 seconds now. Let's start ramping up that a little bit more. Maybe now's the time to engage the big ring and then go slightly down on the block a little bit, finding that sweet spot. So my heart rate's risen to 135 beats per minute now. 15 seconds. And then we're gonna raise it a little bit more, and we're gonna culminate in a hard, big 30-second effort, and that should mean we are fully warmed up. So now's the time, put a little bit more effort in. Start gradually, think about it as climbing a ladder. You're taking bigger steps, slightly faster. Your body's starting to warm up. You're starting to awaken, whether it's you've just come out the bedroom and you wake up in the morning, this is the session before breakfast, or you've ended work. Now this is the time to wake that body up, get all your cylinders firing, and it won't be long until you really feel the benefits of the session. So my RPM is sitting quite high, I'm sitting at about 98, so that's what's comfortable for me. On screen you've got 90 RPM, which is perfect. I wouldn't go lower. Right, we've got another minute of this intensity. Start building it up. When you're comfortable and you've hit the pinnacle of that gear, maybe drop it down another gear. Right, start digging in now, start focusing. This is your time now. Make sure you've got some water on board. Make sure you're hydrating. Indoor training is you really easily dehydrate yourself. The amount of time you sweat because you haven't got any of that wind to cool you down. Make sure you get the hydration back in, get the fluids back in. The biggest dampen on performance is dehydration. Right, here we go now. We've got 30 seconds of 105 RPM. Starting now, build it up. 105 RPM. Looking at perceived efforts of around 8. Build it up. We've got 15 seconds. All the way now. Hold that 105 RPM if you can and able. If you can and able. I always get that wrong. 2 seconds. Now Connor, who wrote the scripts, kind of basically put another 30 seconds in without me knowing. So we've got to kind of hold this now. 15 seconds. And then we've got 2-minute recovery. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back off now. You've got 2 minutes recovery. That was your warm-up. How does it all feel? Good?
Definitely warmed up.
That's what I'd like to hear. Yeah. Right, we're back to 1. So just move around on the saddle, get comfortable. That's your warm-up. You should feel a slight sweat on. This is a good sign. You're not the only one. Let me tell you, in 5 minutes, I'll be dripping. We've got 1 minute 30. And then we're going to start ramping it up, and we're going to sit at the perceived effort of around 5 or 6. And then we're going to do some sprints at the end, or some hard efforts. So think about this as your next ramp up phase. Start focusing. You got 1 minute. Relax those muscles, relax the arms, feel comfortable on the bike. You've done your warm-up, you've got 30 minutes left of the session. It's all for you now. 47 seconds until we start our build. Right, side to swell, ready, great. 95 RPM I'm sitting at, if that's helpful for you, but we've got 90 on the screen. All our guests are looking so calm and collected, like they're ready for a race. Love it. 20 seconds now.
I got my super aero handlebars.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed, Manny has gone incredibly aero for today's training session. 38 bars, meaning super narrow. 2 seconds now before we start our ramp up. Right, here we go now. We added 1 level, so that's 1 more gear. Let's stick it in 1 more gear higher. Here we go now, 1 minute at this intensity. So once you've engaged that little bit more resistance, try and hold that cadence. This will keep you accountable and it will make you put in that little bit more effort. My heart rate shot up to 135. Here we go now, 27 seconds at this intensity. Manny's looking super strong. Can't see Kate, but I'm sure she is too. Laura's looking good. Man on 2. On the drops. Incredibly aero. European champion. And now GCN presenter, so doing pretty wacky things. Check out the GCN channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Right, 3 seconds. Right, let's build up. We've got 2 more levels added. So let's get another gear on there. Come on now. Ooh. Let's munch those gears. Right, keep that cadence going at around 90 RPM. Here we go now. We've hit the slopes of the climb. It's Alpe d'Huez. We're at the bottom. It's gradually gonna get steeper. It's gonna get harder. Here we go now, 1 more gear, guys. 1 more gear. Sit down in the saddle. Drive on the pedals. 20 seconds at this intensity. Before we raise it that little bit more. Pace yourself. Remember, we're gonna culminate in a sprint, a max effort. Drive within yourself now. 5 seconds before we start building it up. Here we go again. Hold this gear, but let's up that cadence a little bit more. Right, 45 seconds now at this intensity. 40 seconds now. Think strong. Keep your body nice and secure on the bike. Drive that energy through the pedals. Engage the core. Relax the arms. Think strong and powerful. Right, we're hitting those slopes of the climb. We're sitting in there. We're in a peloton. We got the vision of Pantani back in the 90s, attacking off the front. We're not going to go with it. We're going to sit in the peloton. We're going to wait our time, right into ourselves. Here we are now, 40 seconds. Let's put a little bit more effort in. Build up that cadence, try and up it, maybe even 1 or 2. If you feel you want to, add another gear to the roster. He's looking incredibly strong. Ruler rider with a powerful sprint. One to watch. We'll be watching him when it comes into the finale. Right, here we are, 15 seconds at this intensity. We're going to try and build it a little bit more after that. Woo! Here we go, 5 seconds. Here we go now. We've hit a perceived effort level of 8. What's this mean? This looks like we're sitting around FTP. Build it up now.
Gosh, Ollie's not easy to drop, is he?
We're trying to drop Ollie, like Annie says. He's hanging on in there, the tongue is out his mouth. He's all over his bike. He's not giving up. 5 seconds now. Dig in. Let's go now, one more, hop. Build that cadence to around 95 to 100. If you can hit 105, do so. You might have to drop down a gear or 2. Let's go now, we've got all out effort in 10 seconds, and then I can give you a rest. Are you ready now? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hit it in the saddle now. Drive it. Keep going now, keep going. And he's off. Nice and easy.
Bye, Ollie.
Right. We've given up the ghost now. Ollie hasn't left us. So we're settling back in. That was our first attack. We've got a cheeky little rest of 1.5 minutes. And then we go into it again. We go and do our ramp up.
He's coming back, Hank.
He's coming back strong. Right, got a minute before we start our next ramp. Right, next time I will learn, I will get a towel. Haven't learned yet. 30 seconds. Relax those legs. Those sessions are tough. Let me tell you. The next effort though, we've got a 2-minute max effort at the end of the ramp. So pace yourself. And then we got some on-offs. Woo, this is tough, Connor. Right. Relax now. On the screen you'll see we've got a 5-minute rest, and I think you can all agree we could do with it. Okay, now, this is the most rest we're gonna get in this session. We've got 20 minutes left. We've got 4 minutes left of this rest. Take this opportunity to stretch back on the bike. So as you can see what Laura's doing, sitting back on the saddle, stretching her back out. When you're sitting in that cycling position, your back's hunched over. Use the opportunity when you're stuck in a trainer to just stretch out on the bike. Maybe use different hand grips on the bike, whether that's on the tops, or if you've got tri-bars, sitting in the tri-bars, or right down on the drops there to get nice and aero. But make sure you keep changing it up, keep it variant, so that way you'll get nice and comfortable when it comes to putting out the power. Now when it comes to losing weight, when it comes to getting better on the bike, when it comes to getting faster and stronger, training does come into it. We don't get it easy. So this is where these max efforts really start to push you to increase the adaptations that you want to make in order to build the muscle build and strengthen your cardiovascular system, and ultimately just get better, stronger, and fitter. So make sure you do as best as you can to try and set the perceived effort levels, and then use the rest wisely, so that way you can hit the targets that you wish to. It's also good to try and string some together, and then as you get stronger, you can start fitting some more in, but make sure you're getting the rest and recovery, because that's actually where you're going to make the gains in the long run. Right, we've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds. All of our guests are looking remarkably good. Not for long though, because we've got 25-second sprints. We've got some hard efforts, but luckily we've also got some rest in there too. Right, 2 minutes now. Get some fluids on board. Now, if you are worried or struggling to get the fluids in, a good tip is to get Hydro Tab. That way you keep the electrolytes in, because it's the salts that you lose also through all the sweating. Right, 1 minute 40. And then we got 20 seconds at level 5. So we're going to go straight into it, maybe even sliding into the big ring. Halfway down the block, that's what we're kind of looking at. We're going to ramp up to our max effort. And that max effort is going to last 10 seconds. 20 seconds. Get out of the saddle if you want to. How's it feeling, Manon?
Yeah, good. That first block was pretty hard. Glad you've got good recovery in between.
Right, got 50 seconds. Give us some top tips in 20 seconds. Go.
Top tips for what?
Training.
Top tips for training. Be consistent. Try your best in every session. Some days you're not going to feel great, but that's okay. Just push through.
Manny, nice tips. Manny, 10 seconds to give a top tip.
If you want to get anything done, say it out loud, let people know about it. That way, you stick to it.
I've done that before. 20 seconds now before we're going to go into our session. Manon, are you sweating?
Yeah?
Good.
Are you?
No. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's add some gears. Here they come. Right, here we go into the next phase. It's going to be short, it's going to be hard, it's going to be fast though. Let's make it count. We've got 16 minutes left on the clock. Now's the time to increase the workload, build up the pressure, increase the lactate flow into your legs, embrace it also. We've got 14 seconds left before we get the next ramp. Here we go, Laura's looking good, calm, collected. Like it. 3 seconds. 2, 1. We've got another line in there on the right on the perceived effort scale, which basically means one thing: increasing the intensity. It's not lasting long. We've got 3 seconds before we go up another level. Here we go now. We've hit the other level button. We're into around the FTP marker. We're sitting at 20 seconds for this effort before we hit the next one. Building up now. We're looking at a perceived effort of 8, moving into a perceived effort of 9 in 3, 2, 1, now. 9, here we go, 20 seconds at 9. And then we've got another 20 at 10. Hold something back. 10, 9, 8. Let's go from max sprint now in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up. 20 seconds now. Building up. Building up now. All the way to the line. 14 seconds. Drive the pedals. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, you made it. Only just though. 3 minutes recovery. Oh, I'm out of breath. Man on,
Yeah.
take over.
Oh God, not sure I can. Whew. That was tough. He's still alive, Hank?
Only just got 2 minutes 30 before we go again. And this time, we got another 25-second sprint. 25 seconds is a long time. Pace it. Get that 5 seconds out of the way first by increasing the gears, increasing the intensity. Then 20 seconds, drive down on the pedals, whether that's in the saddle or out. Your choice. What I'd like to do, 5 seconds choosing gear, ramping up the intensity. 10 seconds then in the saddle, and then the last 10 seconds, let's pop up the saddle all together and drive home for the line. And if you really want to win that race, lunge for the line. Nah, I don't recommend it if you're on the rollers. It's not going to end well. Right, 1 minute and 40 seconds now. Man on, are you ready for a good sprint, all-out sprint?
I am, but I'm very surprised we haven't dropped Ollie today.
Well,
Like, I've been going pretty hard and he's still there.
Ollie! Ollie! He's
Oi.
coming, he just can't talk. He's sitting on the coattails. He's right in the back of the peloton. You can see him there like that. We need to get rid of him. We're going to put in a flurry of attacks, one by one, and then we're going to look behind us. Is Ollie, is the doctor going to be still there, or is he already left, gone to the change room, headed to the chemistry lab?
Ollie.
Who knows? Who knows? Right, we've got 50 seconds. Let's get this guy to the chemistry lab. 50 seconds to go. Right, the creators, the filmmakers, they're still looking super calm and collected. Let's get them riled up as well. They're going to want to get on the bike after these sessions. They're going to be motivated. Here we go now, 30 seconds. And then we've got our sprint, we've got our 10 seconds. So with me now, choose the gears. Think about it. 20 seconds before our effort. Have a think about the gear you want to select. Or if you're on a spinning bike, the intensity or the resistance you want to build into. Right, have a think now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Build up, we've got 5 seconds to build up. Drive it now into the pedals. Now we've got 10 seconds. All out in the saddle. Let's go now. 5, 4, get ready to get out of the saddle. 2, 1, out of the saddle now. All you've got. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lunge for the lines. He didn't win it. Little recovery. We're gonna go again. 3, 2, 1, same again. Drive it up. Engage. We've got quite a few of these, so pace yourself. In the saddle now.
Oh, that's cool.
You ready? We've got 10 seconds left. Out the saddle. 10, 9, 8. I can't talk. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back in the saddle. And relax. 2 minutes easy. Ooh. Right, we got those two again. Coming up with a 10-second break in the middle. And then we got 2 minute rest again. We do this set twice. Anyone can do those efforts. Do your very best to put out as much power as possible. How was that feeling, Manny?
Oh, it's tough, but you know what it is, right? This particular kind of effort reminds me when you're on a club run and you're climbing like a short hill and you're sort of halfway up it, and then you see some riders trying to attack you, and as soon as they get to you, you go off again. And that usually breaks a lot of people's spirit.
And that's exactly right. It's kind of like watching those attacks, being able to go with them. And then in the end, we're gonna go all out. We're not gonna sit on any wheels. We're gonna drop every last one of you. So this is, just think of it, whether you're in a race or you're in a club ride, this is really gonna benefit.
It's a cool workout for cool people.
That's it. Amen to Mr. Manny over there for the Black Cyclist Network. Love him. 30 seconds now. Here we go. So you're gonna join me. You've got 5 seconds, building up. 10 seconds into seated. 10 seconds into the max effort, into the sprint, out the saddle. All you've got, the Mark Cavendish sprint. Right. 12 seconds. Think about it now. Here we go. We're all super excited now. There's smiles and the grins on everyone's faces. 1, let's go. Choose that gear. 100% now. Get that gear going. Now we're in the saddle. Drive it into the saddle. Get ready to get out the saddle. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go for our sprint. Up now. Dig in. All you've got. Come on, perceived effort of 10. 3, 2, 1. Don't change gear. In the saddle. Relax. 10 seconds break. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ramp it up in the saddle. Here we go now. 10 seconds in the saddle. Get out the saddle in 3, 2, 1. Up now. Out the saddle. This is the one before our 2 minutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lunge to the line. Oh, just missed out on the win. 2 minutes easy. One last one now before we can meet Ollie in the showers. Not together, separately. 1 minute 40. Oh, we're getting to the end. Ollie's about 10 meters off the back.
Oh.
Manon, you nearly got him. Dig in.
I
You
know.
got this. Think about it. You got this. This is bigger than the Europeans.
I think this time I'm going to drop him for good, you know.
Yeah.
No coming back after this, Ollie.
No coming back. Guys, think about it. If you're at home, think about it. Engage all your energy. This is the last 2 max efforts. Give it all you've got. You've got this. Believe in yourself. Be positive. Send yourself those positive affirmations. Right, we've got 50 seconds. Think about how strong you are, how powerful you are, how fit you are.
Time to roll the sleeves up, eh?
Here we are. The boy is getting ready. Manny Arthur is rolling up the sleeves.
He means business.
Big Arnie over there. Biceps the size of houses. 30 seconds to go before we engage turbo mode. Here we go now. Feel yourself like an e-bike. We've been in eco. We've been through sport. We've done touring. Now into turbo. 15, 14 seconds, 13 seconds, 12, 11, 10. Time is ticking. Time waits for no one. Here we go now. 25 seconds. Think about it. Remember our schedule. Here we go now. Engage the gear. Drive them pedals down. Feel strong all through the entire body. Now's the time to engage as much as you can into the saddle. The sprint's opening up in 1 second. Up! Here we go. Cavendish is fired off the front. We're setting in the line. 5 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Back off for 10 seconds. Matthew van der Voort has brought us back. We're back in the group. We've got another 25 seconds. Ollie is struggling. He's on the line. 25 seconds out. We've engaged it. We're holding onto the wheels. We're fighting now. 200 meters to the line. 100 meters out of the saddle. 90, 80 meters. 70, 60. 50 meters, 40, 3, 2, One lunge. Ah, just missed out on the win. But I dropped Ollie. See ya. Oh.
Come on, Hank, let's see a celebration.
Well, we haven't won yet. We've got one more effort.
Oh.
I kept this one. I kept this one quiet because I wanted an all-out effort for the 25 seconds. Can't blame me. Right. Got 1 minute, 20 seconds. That was the intermediate sprint. All right? We nailed it. Or we just went through the line that bit early. We celebrated a lap before the finish.
Oh, that's
We've got a 1 minute effort left. Who celebrated? Right, 50.
We can still make amends.
There we go. This time, it's not a bunch sprint. We've left Ollie. Done deal. The guy's had his shower, he's got his dressing gown on, and he's doing chemistry. It's now against us. Mariana Vos, Mathieu van der Poel, we're in the League of Champions here now.
You just call me Mariana Vos.
I will do next time. 30 seconds. Here we go, 25 seconds. And then we've got 1 minute at 10.
Oh.
All right? But pace it, Manon. You've got this.
Still
you know what
really
it's
hard.
about. You know what it's about. You're strong.
I know how much it's going to hurt.
Yeah, there we go. And we love that. We love the pain. We embrace it. Here we go. 3 minutes, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. 1 minute now. Pace it. I'm gonna say every time we drop down 10 seconds. 10 seconds gone. The group is starting to fracture. We're in the gutter. We got 40 seconds left. Let's get another gear. Let's put some more time into Mathieu van der Poel. He's starting to struggle. Mariana Vos is hanging in there. Manon Lloyd is coming up to the right of the echelon. Dig in 25 seconds. Dig in now. Okay, this is all out now. 20 seconds. All the way to the line. Dig in. Dig in now. 15 seconds. Give it your all. This is it. This is the end. No tricks now. Now's the time to celebrate. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nailed it. I did just celebrate to myself. Don't blame me. Woo! How was that?
Hard.
Time out. Need a rest. Right, Manon. On the spot here. We got 2 minutes. What should we be thinking about now as we start to relax?
Hopefully you should start getting the feeling back in your legs a little bit, because I know mine are quite numb after that session. So you want to do a proper cool down. Make sure you get the feeling back in your legs, your heart rate's starting to come back down. And then when you feel ready, you can get off. Maybe get a protein shake or some high protein meal in, and maybe get a shower.
I love that. You did that all in the space of 40 seconds.
Oh, have I got another minute 20?
Before.
I've got a cracking smoothie recipe.
Here we go, let's hear it.
What's
Manny,
in
you got 20 seconds.
You're gonna have to check out my Instagram, Black Cyclist down there.
There we go, I like it.
It consists of bananas, carrots, ginger, some protein powder, and milk. I use our Pro vanilla milk.
Nice.
There we go.
And some honey. Wow.
It's so important to make sure you're getting that good recovery in. So it's very wise, as Manny said, to get yourself a protein shake, replenish the muscles, build it, and that way you'll come back stronger the next time. Make sure though you get the hydration in, you do a bit of stretching, look after your body, and the body will look after you. Right, we've got 20 seconds now. Go down the gears, relax. Crystal crank. Make sure you guys, if you enjoyed this video, if it's a workout you enjoyed the motivation, you enjoyed me shouting at you, don't blame me if you don't. Give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to GCN Training. And I'll see you on the next session.